Get into it, yeah. Pop out with a truck, ha. Get into it, yeah. If you go to church, I said get into it, yeah. If she ain't got a button, fucking get into it, yeah. I said I just got a bar, get into it, yeah.
It's
Pop out with
me,
a
Pretty Pink
truck, get
Pommy.
into it, yeah. I just go to church, yeah. If I can get into it, yeah. You just wanna party, you just wanna lap dance, you just wanna pop up on these clowns like you the Batman. You just wanna ball out in designer with your best friends. You don't wanna talk no more about it in your past tense. Get me out the zone. I'm just talking comfort, shawty. I ain't give you nothing you could comfort, shawty. I got plenty things you make a one for, shawty. Call him Ed Sheeran, he in love with my body. Get into it, yeah. Pop out with a track, aha, get into it, yeah. If you go to church, I said get into it, yeah. If she ain't got a butt, now fuck it, get into it, yeah. I said I just got a bar, get into it, yeah. Pop out with a truck, get into it, yeah. If you go to church, yes. If she ain't got a butt, fuck it, get into it, yeah. Y'all need to get into the drip like a piranha. Y'all need to get into my drip like y'all need water. I mean, it's only head to toe Balenciaga. I mean, y'all bitches better yell like Ariana. If they ever try to knock her, put her foot up in your cocker, call your mama and your papa like I'm finna take your daughter, turn that bitch into a soccer ball. Get into it like a suit and fuck a stock up like a brocker. Hey, get into it, yeah. Get into it, yeah. If you go to, I said get into it, yeah. If she ain't gotta, now fuck it, get into it, yeah. I said I just gotta get into it, yeah. Pop out with a track. If you go to church, if she ain't gotta, so I can get into it, yeah. Okay, then we skip that last part. Thank you. Thank you. Cause she doesn't say thank you, Nikki. She said, thank you, Pommy. I love you. Right. Right. Anyway, hey, I haven't streamed in 2 days. Shout out to the icons of the day. Speaking of day, we have my Majestic My Load Sick. We have CMB122498. Hi, CMB. Long time no see. Well, I be seeing you, CMB, but I don't be talking to you. So, hey, CMB, if you're still here. And who is the third icon of the day? Do we have a third icon of the day? What was your iconic Pokemon that you had for your icon of the We do now. Hi, Vampire Bat. Hi, Rye. How are you doing? Hi, everyone else. I saw Baddies in here. I saw Darius. Hello, y'all. Thank you for the resub. Or no, Darius, you resubbed 2 days ago. I'm seeing that from 2 days ago. That's my bad. Hi, everyone else. Hello, everyone else. Get into it. Like this. Like what? Like this. Yeah, so I'm gonna play some Pokopia. Pokopia saves the day. Right. Hi, Sam. I got to yap about my favorite X-Man. Well, me too. Although I really do like Rogue. And okay, I like Anna Paquin. I like Rogue. I don't care for Anna Paquin's performance of Rogue, but also I don't care for Rogue's appearance in the X-Men movies. Yeah, that's what I'll say. Yes. I can't hear you. I'm with my mama 4 a.m. Right. Well, tell her I said hello. Movie Rogue was weird and they made her romantic Iceman who's gay. Yes. In no order. Yeah, I feel that. I feel like the X-Men movies sometimes were just trying to make sure that they had cameos more so than they were actually trying to make sure the movie was good. No shade. Anyway, we're gonna get into some Pokopia. I'm probably gonna turn the music down a little bit before we get out before like until we get into like the actual moment. But yeah, I have some things that I want to show you. I have some things that I want to do, some things that I want to talk about. So we're gonna get into it. Are y'all ready? How is everyone doing? What are y'all up to right now? Let's go here. Can y'all hear the game? I can't hear the game. And that is not locked in. That is not locked in. My lips, your lips, take me to the chorus. I kiss, those are fine. It's fine, it's a kiss. Y'all, when you start streaming, make sure to get a real good and expensive, a juicy ass capture card. That way you don't have the problems that I do. You're doing amazing. You're doing amazing, sweetie. Hell yes, I've been looking, because remember how I was printing out these cork boards literally like the last time I was streaming, I think. I don't want this grubby book anyway. I don't have no fucking money. Give me your fucking money. Challenge day. Oh, we get extra money for our challenges or whatever. Okay, so fun fact actually, really sad fact. So it's not a sad fact. Actually, it's a really interesting fact. So I don't know if you can time travel backwards to get the Jirachi event, but you can do that for Hoppip, and you can do that for Sableye. And so I did it for Sableye, and I got a bunch of items for Sableye. They're all in the Sparkling Skyland, so I can show you all that because that's probably where we're going to be working today anyway. I haven't really done much in the Bleak Beach. I did get mine in and Plusle both in the Bleak Beach recently, which means that we are now free to work on the cutie exhibit whenever that's going to happen. See, I got Plusle. I don't know where Plusle is, so we're just going to bring her back here. Oh. Look at Plusle! Plusle is so cute. I like mine and Plusle almost equally. Almost. While we're here, if I have this stuff, then we can actually maybe give them a stare or something, because girl, it's a little nasty out here. It's a little nasty out here. Like, they need like a little bit of like a platform or something. My lips, your lips. You can time travel for Jirachi. I got him the day after the event ended, which was the 9th. Because the event ended on the 8th. Well, that's good. I have Hoppip. I want to go back and get some of the Hoppip items, but that's not my priority right now. Nor shade, nor shade. And what if I did a little bit of this? Like, just a little bit. Give a little bit. Give a little bit of your love to me. Did you say you can travel back for Sableye? Yes, you can. Because I traveled back for the Sableye event, but I didn't travel back specifically for Sableye because I was playing the game when the Sableye event was relevant. I just wasn't doing the event. Yikes. And there you go. Now Plusle and Minun can come back around here. They can do what they want to do. They can do what they need to do. They can do what they want to do. All they have to do is climb down. Because I don't want you to be isolated up here, cutie. Although they could probably also climb down in the little area over yonder, wherever the fuck Mosslax is. There's probably a way to get down from there, but that's not what we're doing. See, watch this. Oh, she was hopping. Y'all saw her. She was skipping. Oh my God. Come on. No, I'm going to take you over here. I'll take you over to the shop because, like, that's the thing about the cuties anyway, is that they're going to be the closest Pokemon in proximity to this area in the first place. Oh, what a cutie. Which I think that means that you can time travel for all of the events that they've had in Pokopia thus far. If you can time travel back for Jirachi, it was just unconfirmed if you were able to. So people weren't like saying that you could. Like, they were just kind of like, well, maybe. Anyway, I've been working a lot in the Skylands, but what I want to actually show you is what I was doing in the Wastelands. first. The withered wastelands. The withered wastelands. The withered wastelands. Shout out to the bitches with executive dysfunction. Shout out to the bitches with burnout. Leave a 1 in the chat if you deal with either of those things. Shout out to the bitches who use Vicks Vapor Rub. I'm sorry. One thing about me, I'ma be ugly. I'ma say something ugly. I'ma laugh ugly, because I don't give a fuck. No shade. No shade. Look at these. I built birdhouses. So recently I got Pidgeot over there. I think that was the end of one of the more recent streams that I've done in Pokopia. But I built some birdhouses. They're not done. I need to decorate them. I need to do them up. But this is just some homes for Pidgey, Pidgeot, Pidgeotto, etc. I don't know if they're all going to be occupied particularly by one Pokemon. Like Pidgey and who could probably link up. You know what I mean? Or like Pidgeot and Noctowl and fucking like Jumpluff. I don't know. You know, just the Pokemon. The world's like no pressure. Hi Kurage. Here's Pidgeot right here. Speak of the devil. Look at that blonde bust down with the red streak. The blonde slick back bust down with the red streak. I guess he likes his home. I don't know nothing about that, but it's your business. And now that I'm in the mood to actually do those, maybe I can even make like a beehive or something for Miss Vespiquen and Combi. That would be fun too. I don't know where I would put that. Probably over here. Because like the goal was originally, and I think I still hold this goal, the goal was to have like this area over yonder be kind of like the bug type, like this kind of be like the bug type area, like all the bug type Pokemon over here, like Noctowl's bed being Noctowl's home being a soggy bed on the public pathway. I mean, it's not like Pidgeot has it any better. And also, this is kind of a populous area, but the only Pokemon who live up here, I think Vespiquen lives up here somewhere. I know that like Pidgeot lives up here. Vespiquen actually lives down there in that hut over there. You can see her next to her hut. She used to live up here. Pidgeot lives up here, or Pidgeot, Pidgeotto. And then the Chandelure line, I'll live over here by this public grave, which I am going to be moving them to the Skylands, which also reminds me, I wanted to show y'all what I was doing in the Skylands. So I guess maybe a question for the culture. I've been doing a lot of stuff for these VODs recently. I've been doing a lot of stuff in the Skylands. Should I do work on the Skylands today? If I work in the Skylands today, I'm likely going to be making a home for Sylveon and Espeon, or should I work on the Bug Town in the Withered Wasteland? What do y'all think? Should we do the inner city apartment for Sylveon and Espeon, or should I do the Bug type town in the Wastelands? Because I can do either. We're gonna be alright. So first thing, actually, I went to a Dream Island recently, and I got a fuck ton of Pokemetal. A fuck ton. When I say a fuck ton, I mean like multiple stacks of the fragments. And the fragments make multiple metals. It's like I don't know if it's always 1-to-1. But I got a fuck ton of fragments, and I needed that. I needed that badly. And here's Sablei's home. So this is the evidence that I actually worked the Sableye event. Is because I actually was able to make Sablei's little like environment. Sableye has an environment. The actual environment for Sableye, I believe it's the backpack, the treasures, and the map. But I added all the other items from the set just because I wanted them to all kind of be in proximity to each other. I also do have the tent on me. I think the tent is really cute. I only have one right now. Can you duplicate a tent? See, here's the Sableye tent. It has Sableye on it. It's just a little prefab. I'm not really into the prefabs, which is why part of the reason why I'm not like living. I'm gonna drop it right here because I want to take a picture of it. Can I take a picture of this? I guess not. There's got to be a way for you to get more prefabs, like to be able to print them or something, but I'm not sure. Anywho. Also, they should definitely make this sitting backpack into some kind of chest. Yeah, you can find them in the ripples, I know that. But like, I really want some of those other prefabs that I was having. I guess my thing is because like, if you notice when I was doing like the other homes that are in that inner city area, which I'm probably gonna work on. Honestly, let's start the bud town and plan it out, and then we'll come back over here and do the home for Espeon and Sylveon. Because it's time for us to start getting some of those Pokemon out of the rural area that is my pallet town. And when I say rural, I mean rural. So like, you see, I've done these builds, and the builds are great, and I love the feel, I love the vibes, I love the moment, I love the energy. But and this was a prefab, right? And that's what I'm talking about. I want one of these like blocksy, I don't know what you would call it, a bricky prefab. Let's just call it a bricky prefab. And then I replicated that based on the dimensions that I had and built 2 new homes within it, which is completely fine. I don't mind doing that. And then like we have this one over here, which is kind of like a play off of what that is, but it's bigger and it's stronger considering the needs and the wants of the Pokemon that I was actually working with for this. But, which reminds me. But, I need to put some kind of awning here. It's bothering me that there's not one. But, hello? Speaking of Pokemon, what do you want? Thanks, girl. Bye. And it's about time that they get an apartment. Espeon and Sylveon, I think that they would really enjoy this. And this could really help fit their needs. But I wanted more of these. I want like maybe 1 or 2 more, because I don't know if I'm gonna make this area into more of like the inner city vibe that this has or not. I haven't decided. I think I could. There's definitely space for it. And I'm just not always checking for the ripples like that, but maybe that's my bad. You have to make enough room for the supermarket. What? The supermarket? I'm making the supermarket, you say? You think I'm gonna make a supermarket? Bitch, this is all gonna be torn down and made into a parking lot. What are you talking about? Wait, no, that's not what I meant. Right, thank you. A parking lot or a supermarket. Yeah, and then this, I was planning, like, I don't really have a particular plan for this area, but this was going to be more suburban feeling, I guess, which it already kind of is because there are houses, but there's also, like, open land and stuff, which I want to leave this the way that it is, where it feels like a town center. It feels like, you know, there are nice homes here. They're not all consistent. It's kind of like the old, it's kind of like, you know, like, where I'm from, without going too much into detail, I am from a suburban city, and, which there are a lot of in the United States, and, in that suburban city, there are areas where there are like, you know, cookie cutter homes that all kind of look very similar. They're made by the same groups, companies, whatever. They're designed by the same people, and they're just changed based on what the needs and desires of the people who are building them are, and also anticipating the needs and the desires of people who are around. Like, they're diversified, but they're mostly the fucking same. And then there are areas that are older, that were built in the 70s, the 80s, and even in the 90s, where there are like homes there that are like, they are customized. They are made by different companies and different people, and architects actually made them, and they look artistic, and they are customized by the people who lived in them as well. And so they don't all look and feel the same. And so that's kind of what this house feels like a little bit to me. Maybe not to the extent that I'm like, oh my god, this is like such a nice house, but it's just kind of like, this is like an old style of building compared to what the fuck this is. This is concrete. This is stucco. Bitch, this is made of plastic. and fiberglass. Like, it's not the same thing. Anyway, we're gonna go to the Withered, actually. To speak my truth, we're gonna go to the Withered. Let me go and get my, now that I've spoken my truth, let me go and get my, I've floated around all over this bitch. Let me go and get my, I have a fuck ton of Pokemetal. Actually, I don't need nothing. I don't need nothing. IIRC, when you IIRC, when you do the stuff for like when you did stuff to make the environments for Hoppip, Jumplup, and Skiploom, you had to make like basically you had to purchase basically all the items for them. But this is what I really wanted. Hello? What the hell? Why did you type that in the chat? Help. IIRC is common internet acronym that stands for if I remember correctly or if I recall correctly. Yes. Are you good? The way you did that so quickly, because I said IIRC and then I started and then I said IIRC and then I said what I needed to say and like you pulled that up before I finished my sentence. Have you never heard me say that before? I feel like I've said that before. Also, I know for a fact. Oh, there's nothing in here. We'll get into it, I guess. I don't have any rare Pokemetal, so I might need to go and get some more of that. But since we have the Pokemon Center open now, maybe it'll be a little different, Oh, big baddie. She's gonna be moving to the beach. By the by. OMG, that little house underneath that, like the other house right there by the elevator, love. Yeah, that's gonna be for Garbodor. I don't know if she's gonna have a roommate. I kind of like Trubbish to live in the beach area, but I kind of want like. It makes sense that all the garbage Pokemon live in this inner city, but like the inner city extends to the beach area. You know what I mean? I'm eating my Pop-Tart. Coughing and wheezing also need a place to live though. So maybe like wheezing could go in there and live with Garbodor. I don't know. Especially because they're also recycle Pokemon. The community in this area really does love to come over here. I haven't shown this to y'all in a hot minute. I feel like you might have seen it, but this is the little like hot bath. This is one of the very first things that I actually like hand built, freehand built off the top of my head. Is this little like hot bath area for all the Pokemon. in the Withered. And I'm really proud of it. I think I could keep going if I wanted to, but I just don't right now. Actually. Yeah, I could, but I don't. But I could. So with this area, I want this to be kind of like the area where all the bug Pokemon live. I think Magikarp lives out here. Although Magikarp could live elsewhere. And like Slowpoke, Slowbro, Slowking, they live out here. They all need to move to the fucking beach area. Because they're living on the beach now. But the rest of this area is going to be for like the bugs. I want this to be the bug area. I think I might cover this up a little bit more. I have a little bit of white rock, actually, don't I? I actually cuss a little. Probably fuck. What else have I done? Anything interesting? Anything at all? I think in the most of what I was working on was just these little like bird houses. Part of and that's the reason that I was printing this garland. Before I lose my train of thought, because I will lose my train of thought, and y'all will have to witness me try to regain my train of thought. That is the reason I built this garland, is because I was going to decorate these little birdhouses with the garland. See, something like that. It's just something cute, something sweet for the kids. You know what I mean? Like, that's cute, actually. That is really cute. Yeah, I'm kind of obsessed with them. And I think they're going to be perfect for a bunch of Pokemon to live in them, like... Because they can all, obviously, all homes house, like, all homes, and these are, like, actually empty houses. They home, like, 4 Pokemon at most. I'm probably gonna put 2 or 3 in all of them, though, most likely. Not to be, like, crowding them, but a lot of Pokemon don't really hang out in their houses anyway, and plus it's, like, more open air, so it's okay that they're sitting in there, because they're mostly gonna be up in there to sleep, as opposed to just, like, spending all their time there. It's not like a home, it's like a house. Anyway, Bugtown, let's work on it. First things first, let me get my dirt. Field grass, ordinary soil, ordinary soil. I'm gonna put this away. Actually, I'm gonna take this dry alpine grass. I'm probably gonna carry it with me, no shade. The rest of this shit, I actually probably need to take to the Rocky Ridges. I got it specifically for the Rocky Ridges when I was in a Dream Island. Speaking of, I would love to do a Cloud Island in the future, but I need to see that people are committed to playing Pokopia besides me, or else I would not do a Cloud Island with anybody else, and I'm not going to do a Cloud Island for myself because this is my area. Like, why would I need to do a Cloud Island when I already have my save? Like, so like Milo Chick, if you play Pokopia more, I would do a Cloud Island with you. I've been floating the idea for a long ass time, but it is the truth. I also finally got some more mountain flower seeds, not tickets. First of all, this needs to come out. Honestly, I'll toss this in here because I don't care. I'll toss this in here because I still don't care. Shit. I'll toss that in there because I don't care. I hear what you're saying, Daniel, but what I'm hearing also though, I'm receiving what you're saying. I'm receiving what you're saying, but what you're saying is I'm not playing the game right now, so you shouldn't start your Cloud Island just yet. Because if you want to start your Cloud Island, you're gonna have to wait. And I'm okay with waiting because I'm still doing my area. I got shit that I'm trying to do out here. Hey. Obsessed with Armor Rouge. Loki. A study desk? I don't know if I've ever seen this. Actually, no, I'm not going to give you these carrots because carrots are kind of hard to come by. I will give you 5 potatoes. I came out here specifically to do that. Madonna, I got something I want to talk about. Right, well, like what I'm saying though is, Daniel, we could do a joint sleigh. What I'm saying, we can do a joint sleigh. I would love to have other people on it as well, but depends on the interest, I guess. Because I know that, when Pokopia came out, a lot of people were interested in it, but those same people are no, like the people who are interested in it that I was like playing with and talking about with, like they're not all like around or interested in it the same way, and that's okay. And that's okay. Actually, there's this is all clay, isn't it? Yes, this is all clay. Now I see why you tore down this fucking area, because this is all clay. I wouldn't mind tearing down some of this mountain, maybe not all of it, but some of it. Yeah, like maybe we could leave like some of the cave. Because like this area, I've said that before, but some of this area is like necessary and some of it's not. So like we could just tear down this side of it and then we could like rebuild some of this over here. I don't know, I'm just spitballing. So I know for a fact that I'm going to want to continue to build out this a little bit. I don't know exactly what I want it to look like. Or what I would like it all to be made of, but I do want to build this out just a touch. Like right here, just so that there's like a little bit like, there's less interference from the rain with the torches, because that always bothers me when I come over here. Things like that. things like that, and so like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that deep, but. Hey, 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 all the people on the floor. I need to listen to the new Madonna album. Is it good? Do y'all love? What's it giving? Daniel, did you listen? Are you biased because you like Madonna or because you like EDM? But I also like a little bit of EDM. Not a lot, but just a touch. Yeah, I just want to cover this up a little bit. I think, and even this area, I think I might like to put like at least a little touch of a wall here. If it's natural. Yeah, just something like that. Something cutesy. Nothing too much. Is this beach grass? This is beach grass. Yeah, me too. That's why I like, part of the reason why I like Renaissance so much. Like, you'll notice that I still play Renaissance to this day for that exact reason. It's just good music, honestly. It's not even just because it's Beyonce, is what I'm saying. Okay, so for this area, I keep saying I want to make this into like a bug town. I want all the bug Pokemon to live over here. And I don't know what I want this to look like. I thought I connected these areas, but maybe I didn't. I could have swore that I put like some kind of connector between them. This would also be really interesting because I forget that this is here and this is connected. Like, there's literally like 2 blocks between this and the fucking hot spring. Like, this would be perfect to continue the hot spring up here in some capacity. And maybe put a bridge. Like, who wants a bridge? A bridge is kind of tea. Like, just a little bit of a bridge. Like, this could be just a little bit of a viewing deck for the area, you know, and then I could extend this up a little, up over here just a little bit. Maybe have a Pokemon or 2 live out here, stuff like that. Actually, Pokemon do live out here. Marowak lives right here. And Cubone lives over here. Not too far off, right there. But yeah, that would be fun. I don't know what Pokemon would live out there. You know, and you can't even sort the Pokemon by their type. in the Pokédex the way that you could in like an actual Pokédex and like an actual in an actual like factual actual Pokemon game. You can't, but there's a lot of bug type Pokemon that I do plan on having out here. Parasect and Paras. I plan Paras. Paris and Parasect I plan on having out here. Venonat, Venomoth plan on having out here. Scyther, Scizor, Pinsir, Heracross plan on having out here. Illumise and Volbeat plan on having out here. Like, there's nowhere for them to particularly go. Like, I could move Illumise and Volbeat to like the beach, but why would I? You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So there's all those Pokemon. Spinarak and Ariados are probably going to stay where they are currently, although they would be great candidates to move out here, and then maybe we could repurpose their apartment for somebody else in the future, if I do plan on relocating them when I actually build this area up. Charjabug and Vikavolt are going to stay on the beach, but I might move Grubbin out here if I don't think of a good place for Grubbin to live out on the beach, because I was thinking about just having Grubbin stay out there as well. Who else? Trapinch, Vibrava, and Flygon. I've talked about how I want them to be in the Skylands before, so I might leave them out there. Actually, Trapinch and Grubbin would be like great Pokemon to kind of have anywhere because of just their versatility and the fact that they live underground. But even just based on the Pokemon that I said, oh, we also have Kricketot and Kricketune. They would be great candidates to live out here too. I think right now they're living on, they're in the Rocky Ridges. Both of them. So that's 1, 2 down there. A possible 3, 4 with Ariados and Spinarak. 5, 6, Vespiquen and Combee. We could make them a little home. That would be fun. Who else did I say? Venonat, Venomoth, Paras, Parasect, Scyther, Scizor, Pinsir, Heracross. About 10 Pokemon. Volbeat and Illumise as well. Volbeat and Illumise would be great Pokemon to live over here, I think. That would be interesting to have them living in a little bit of like an illuminated cave kind of vibe. They might enjoy that if I did it right. I don't know exactly what they like. It depends on what they like. I feel like Illumise is one of those Pokemon that really likes like luxurious items though, but I could be wrong. Anyway. Is that a table? It's a table. She likes lots of nature, wooden stuff, shiny stuff, cute stuff, group activity, and sour flavors. And he's the same. They like the same shit, except that they both want a dark home, so they'd be perfect to live in some caves. Paras and Parasect actually already live out here. Or Parasect lives in town. Paras lives out here, right here in this little patch of grass. Haven't seen Paras in a hot-ass minute. Originally, I wanted Paras to live out here. Now that I've had both of them kind of appear out here, we can kind of change it up this area a little bit. But I guess that's the thing. What do I actually want to do? Couldn't tell you. Maybe we should just start replacing some of this sand with some grass. You think I want to slay? Well, yes. I really like these little, like, you know, shoals that it feels like these are, but there's not a lot of aquatic Pokemon that are living out here that I'm going to be moving to this beach. I like these beaches, but not, I like these beaches, I like the vibes of these beaches, and I would love to kind of contribute some of that energy to the other area, but that's not what this is, so... Actually, that needs to be sand. And I'm gonna fill in this area with soil. And then I'm gonna fill this in with grass. Honestly, I do have all this seashore grass. Maybe I can use some of that out here. That would make sense, right? Oh, I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Let's put some of this down here. Like, I'm trying to preserve all the grass that I have because that way I don't have to make any more. And then, like, all of this... I think what keeps me invested, though, in Pokopia or also in Minecraft as well, is having projects to work on. Like, if I'm not working on something actively, I'm not going to give a fuck about, like, anything else that's going on within the game. Like, even if there are updates or, like, things to pay attention to, like, I'm not gonna care. Meaning, like, if I have a project and, like, I'm dedicated to the project, then it's easy for me to commit to a project when I'm, like, investing in myself, I guess is what I'm saying. And so then there's, like, a little path, but this path is made of sand. I don't want the path to be made of sand. Yikes. Well, tough decision time. I just get overwhelmed because I have to finish things fast. Hopefully I can get over that. I mean, why do you have to finish things at a certain time? Or in certain contexts? Like, what is the rush? Sometimes I also think, though, it's kind of like, you know, part of what helps me get over, because I was talking about executive dysfunction, at least today, right? Part of what helps me get over that when I am feeling a little bit dysfunctional is just forcing myself, like, which is easier said than done. A lot of people don't have that power, you know. I think it depends on what's going on with you. But for me, I just genuinely forcing myself, and then actually genuinely, like, consciously having the conversation with myself about, Well, if you just force yourself to do this, and it's not that bad when you do it because you genuinely wanted to do it, and you were having a lot of stress about what you wanted to do because you didn't do it, like, it makes it better. And I know that sometimes it's easier said than done because it's not necessarily like, it's basically me saying, like, getting over executive dysfunction sometimes is just me getting over it, but that's genuinely how I experience it personally. Not that it's right or wrong. This is pure white soil. I do not want pure white soil. I'll take barren ordinary soil, yes. I'll take some more of this too. What I don't want is this. Do we have any more beach? Ordinary sand, beach sand, clay. But for me, it's like I have to talk myself through it, is basically what I'm saying. Bumpy beach sand. More, this is more field grass. This is seashore. Okay, yes. And this is more beach sand. I don't know if I need it, but... yeah, but basically what I'm saying is that, like, sometimes for me, I have to talk myself through it. Like, if I'm genuinely experiencing, like, you know, any kind of, like, I can't do this, or I have to do this a certain way. Yeah, like, doing things a certain way, there's validity in needing to do that, right? But, like, as far as, like, struggling with, executive dysfunction, for me, it's not easy for me to, like, force myself to do things when I don't want to do them. Because, like, I've always been somebody who like, if I don't want to do something and I can validly give myself a reason not to do it, I won't do it. But sometimes that harms me. That harms what I'm trying to do. That harms what I got going on. Seashell soil. I'll just spot a little bit of that in. And then this is where I'm going to be using this barren ordinary soil at. To do this. Oh. Which is intentional so that I can create more of a path over here. And it mixes in with the gravel over here, which is fine, but that basically gives me the sand, which I wanted to use more sand to work with anyway. And I really do love this area, so I'm probably not going to destroy this. But the rest of this cave can go to hell. I don't mind it being arid. I don't know if I like the cave wall. Like this cave wall, I would like to knock that down probably. I'm kind of comfortable with what this is. I think, I kind of like the feel of this. Maybe I could make some more of this into the grass. But even then, a lot of this I wanted to make into sand, which is beach sand, and the beach sand is right here, and that's going to be this. I still want there to be sand out here. I still want it to be a beach. It's not that much. Like more of like a dry beach, less of like a beach. That way we can put houses out here and stuff like that. Like it's just like kind of like... That's the other thing, though, is that, like, I don't have any use for all this black rock. I don't know. Take a minute to think and just flexibility, love, and trust. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. You got nothing, got nothing, got nothing, got nothing to fear. I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. And it was just a thought, just a thought, just a thought, just a thought, just a thought. Oh, what a song. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. This nasty little beach. I don't like all these different sands and soils and stuff. That's bothering me. But yeah, y'all are gonna live on a little patch of beach. Thank you for the shiny luck. Take a minute to think of trust. Flexibility, love, and trust. Take a minute to think of just flexibility, love, and trust. And then even for this area, seashore flowers. Don't get me started. That, yep, just like that. Put a little bit of that here, a little bit of that here. Way and then low genuinely. I can use the white rock to fill in the the white rock will help me with the thing. The other cave over there. So that already looks a lot better because now I've carved out like the path. Like, so there's definitely space for there to be homes and builds and whatever else, whether they're prefabs or not, or anything else like that. We can move out Vespiquen and Combi. If I was gonna build them a home, it would probably be somewhere like here, maybe in this area. Scyther and Scizor would also be great candidates for this particular area up here. Venonat and Venomoth, like all of Parasect would be great for over here. I actually saw a really interesting, like, so I didn't know. I was in, I think I have screenshots of this actually. When I was in one of the dream, maybe I don't have screenshots of this. I thought I did take screenshots. When I was in the dream, one of the dream islands, I saw like, it was like a little farm build. It was so cute. And I was like, oh, I could do one of those. And this would be a good area for that. And it was made up of like all of these items, the stylish walls. And it had hay piles. And then it had just like a regular pitched roof. It was cute. I was sitting just stateside with Zara Larson and I'm drawing. Hi. What you drawing? Take a moment to think of just flexibility, love, and trust. Okay, let's listen to some music now. Are y'all ready to listen to some music? I feel like we've been doing enough. Right, okay. Hi, Moss. I can show you, but it's a secret for now. Okay, you can show me, and then I'll keep it a secret for you. I'm gonna put soil up here in some of these spots, and then build this out a little bit too. Maybe I'll put a gate there even. I have a gate on me. Do I have any stairs? I don't think I have any stairs on me anymore. I'm not your plastic doll. I'm state of art, a microchipped in my earth type. This is okay, period. It's not exactly clear to me exactly what this is, but I have an idea of what half of this is. And so I'm excited. That's exciting. Okay, so this path needs to be carved out a little bit, but this can be like a home. That's what I was saying though. It's like, if this is going to be the path that leads up specifically to this little cave, and I'm probably gonna put stuff on top of this, but I don't know what I'm gonna put on top of this. Then that means that like, and there's so many bug types that I want out here. Then this area can honestly just be whatever I was gonna put out here. You know what? Actually, let me just watch this. Fuck it. I can't really hear you over the music. Is it that loud? My bad. Cheerleader, cheerleader, cheerleader. I liked what you showed me, Rose. I didn't realize the music was that loud. My bad. Because when I started it, it wasn't that loud, but I was like the beginning of the song. This song. And then after that, we can go to other things. So what the vibe that I really want it to be is that I kind of want it to be similar to the farmhouse that I saw on the Dream Island, which I thought was really cute. But at the same time, I still want it to kind of give like still to give like a little bit of like a garden vibe. And I think that that would be perfect specifically for Paris and Parasect. And so that's what we're gonna do. And how we're gonna do that, how we're going to accomplish that is that we're actually going to start off by literally just putting out like putting down like the basics of the wall and giving it a roof, and then putting some grasses down and some other things to kind of make it more homey and make it kind of like an open concept house specifically for Paris and Parasect. And that's the whole vibe. I don't know if this is too big. We will find out. It's not too big. But I would rather it be kind of like this kind of moment. Honestly, I could throw those roses back in here. Oh, lucky, so lucky. How many of these do I have? 3? So touch me. Oh, my strings, it make me sing like, oh, wow, oh, oh, wow. How are the levels now? Are the levels better? Period. My identity. And make me sing like You're hitting that flow state? Well, don't hurt yourself. Flow state or no flow state, don't hurt yourself. It's not worth it. Okay, and so that's kind of cutesy, and then, like, this is gonna be more of this. Hey, girl, what's up? Sure. Between me and Ivysaur, who do you suppose is taller? You? Ivysaur is not that tall. Anyway. A boba smoothie sounds so good right now. If I went to go get boba smoothie, who would go with me? You don't have to get boba. Okay, so this is cute or whatever. Let's put a little bit of hay down. I can put this water base in here, and he can still walk to his bed from here, so that's fine. I don't have another bed on me right now. Let's work on this roof then. So originally, this roof was supposed to be like a bit more See, that took 8. I have 2 left. So I need more of these. I don't know if I'm gonna color this. I'm probably not. Let me put down some more grass. Cause my neck is all ice. That's fine. Okay, and then we could throw another tree over here too. I don't have another tree on me, but... Then Parasec's bed can go over here, and they could just live up in here. Not to make it like, you know, it's more of like a... farm living. Let me go and make another bed, and also some more of those wood, chic wood walls. Hi, Pickled! Let me change my playlist real quick. New Coco Jones song? Let's hear it. This is not what I want to listen to right now. What's my pop mix giving? Yes! It's my shit! Right, so that's gonna be like the base of it, and then we could do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, like this. And I mean, like, we can always come back and color it too. Like, I'm not opposed to it. I wanted to get like the base layer down. And honestly, it's not really high enough to where we could give it like a super strong leveling on it, where like, I don't know if I could give it like a second floor maybe, but there is enough space up here for a second floor, I think. So maybe like Parasex could live down here and Paris could live up here. I don't think that I don't think it's enough though. When you are nothing for yourself, how can I expect you to love me, to love me, to love me? Earlier I had a quesadilla, it was chicken, and I put Valentina with it, and I'm still thinking about the Valentina. Speak, Valentina! Division. Oh, this is just gonna be like the bug type area where a lot of the bugs live, and I still want it to be like the vibe for the Withered Wastelands, as far as like the and I can show you my vision board if you would like to see it. But the vision board, it was supposed to be like garden style houses, and so it meant like a lot of the houses were going to be open concept. It was going to be utilizing glass and wood and things like that. And it was really like gardens and flowers and florals and a focus on the natural land. So like, you know, there's already like the focus of this area, it was already to kind of like develop the land, and there are already like natural flowers in a lot of places, because that's like, this is where you first get the taste to make a lot of the grass and flower based environments. And so like I was gonna play up on that and make it a little bit more of that experience with like houses, yes, but not to the extent where it's like they're like disrupting the environment the same way that you would say that like the more constructed homes that I have in like the Sparkling Skylands are kind of like, you know, they're like city houses, townhomes, stuff like that, or how you would, or how one might see like even the houses that I do in even the houses that I've done in other areas like the Bleak Beach, like where I'm doing those giant skyscrapers in the downtown area. That's disrupting the natural flow of the environment, but it was already disrupted in that particular area, so it wasn't something that I was worried about. Here, my focus is to kind of like, you know, I still want it to feel like it's like a natural living, you know what I mean? Maybe not to the extent where it's like explicitly rural, but like, girl, they're living in a barn, like, let's be realistic. Or they're going to be living in a barn. They're not living in a barn right now, but they're going to. We can go back over my vision board a little bit. Just give me a moment. It looks better, actually. Wow. Honestly, Twice is so good. Don't get me started. Like, every song that I hear from Twice, I'm like, yes! Let me at least finish, because I'm just doing the base, like, the preliminary building with this right now, and then I'm gonna come back and, like, probably, like, paint these items if I want them painted and stuff like that. Because, like, that's kind of what I do. I basically build it twice, where, like, I build it the first time, and then I come back and I'm like, I don't like the colors. Which reminds me, I need that. I don't need that. Addicted to your touch. Let me make some of this. I have 75 of that. I have more of this. Where is it at? It's not in there. It's not in there. It's not in there. It's right here. What the heck? What the heck? Okay, let me do this roof. Body. What the hell? I feel the rush. I feel the rush. Addicted to your touch, yo. I feel the rush. Bacon, mac, and cheese. Breathe 1, 2, 3. Take all of me, so good. Leave a 1 in the chat if you like Choice of One. And if you don't like Choice of One, do you like this one song? You can still leave one in the chat. So this is cute for like a preliminary. I need to do the other bed. This is like cute for like a little bit of like a preliminary. Like, I like the vibes. The bush in the middle of it is a lot for me personally. It was just me testing it out to see if I would like for there to be like a large like tree, shrub, bush in here. I think this would be good for outside of the home, but not inside of the house. Not the way that I'm doing it. A line of bushes back here would be interesting, although the bushes I don't think particularly work as like any kind of blocker for the actual like fencing, so I would have to put the bush on the outside, which is fine because I was gonna put a little bit of, you know, like there needs to be more privacy in this is what I'm kind of getting at. I also like the bush there. I also like the bush period. I don't like the bush there. Leave a 1 in the chat if you like the bush. I'm gonna have to go and seek out Paris now because she's not over here anymore. Somebody has walked past here. What grass type is walking out here? Weeping Bell. No, that's Bell Sprout, bitch. Boy Blue. Yeah, you. I'm feeling hot to the touch. You say you miss me and I wanna say I miss you so much, but something keeps me really quiet. I'm alive, I'm a lush. Your love, your love, your love. I can see my baby swinging. His parliament's on fire and his hands are up on the balcony, and I'm saying, are you really smoking a parliament right now? Pickle, don't make me come and get you. I can see my sweet boy swaying. No, but I could be tempted, right? I don't really judge people for smoking, though. By the way, no shade. That's your body. As long as you're an adult and you're making smart choices for what you got going on, I don't give a fuck. No shade. No shade. Down on the West Coast. Okay, that's going to give a little bit of privacy to this area. I think I'm going to build this up a little bit more. I think I might use these maybe, or also I have the other type of partition that I would do. But let me show you the actual like vision board for this. It's on my Canva. My Canva. Rock and roll groupies, and you've got the music. You've got the music in you, don't you? Never really made me feel that much. I've displayed this multiple times. I'll show it again. I said I was going to post it and I never did, but we're going to talk about it now. Let's go here. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Not this. Fade. There we go. Here is my vision for Pokopia. We're only going to be talking about the Withered Wasteland today. Actually, we're not. I'll go over it just very quickly. My vision for Pokopia. I'm going to be going over the in-depth aspect of my Withered Wasteland. The other areas will be held to just visuals of the vision board and not really talking about what I've written down about it. So, for the Withered Wasteland, which is the first area, the focus is going to be on having a lot of rural, not necessarily rural feeling areas, but definitely more of a focus on gardens, paths, and nature. There's going to be trees, palm trees, huts, garden homes. There are going to be some established homes in the area for sure, but even then it's going to be more florals, it's going to be more fences, it's going to be a lot of decks, chairs, rocks, gardens, bushes, trees, shrubs, flowers, gardens, the vibes, right? So I've said this before, but the intro area There's going to be a lot of gardens and waterfalls. The Pokemon Center area is going to be homes and more compact garden areas. The upper level is going to be agriculture, trees, which is the area I'm specifically referring to the area near where I have Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, and Venusaur living. There's a large house out there. I wanted that to be the orchard area, as well as some of the farming and things like that. There's going to be beaches. The beaches may connect to each other. They're going to be simple and tropical. There are going to be caves with pools and heat, so that's going to be lava, fire, etc., because there are multiple fire Pokemon that are living out there. And so that was kind of the vibe. I did want the area that I'm working on currently to always be the bug type town that the bug types are going to be living in, so that's what we're working on currently. And that's kind of what I'm saying is, like you see here, a lot of these homes are white, they have white trim, or they're wooden. And so I like the vibe of like with the current house that we're working on right now. You can see it here. As far as the white and the brown, the roof doesn't work for me. I would like the roof to be darker or green or something like that, because the orange is a little bit of like a detractor and it makes the area feel more arid than it currently is. So that's what we're going to be working on with that home. I'm going to change the roof color most likely. For the Bleak Beach, it's going to be a mixture of city areas, boardwalks, farm, there is going to be a mixture of city areas, boardwalks, and things like that, but it's also going to be a little bit of farming, and it's going to be a little bit of like farm stands, and there's a word for it. What is it called? Boardwalk, and there's a word for it. Why can't I think of the word? Not farm stands, but what is it called? A farmer's market. I wanted there to be a farmer's market and things like that. So there's going to be a mixture of feelings with the focus being on more of like these beachy feels. I haven't exactly carved out exactly what that's going to be like for most of the area, but I have been working a lot of the downtown area of this particular section of my Pokopia. After that, we have the Rocky Ridges. The Rocky Ridges is going to be really similar to the Wastelands, where it's going to be a focus on nature, but it's going to be a focus on more of the arid nature of the area of Pokopia, right? And you've seen me working on that a little bit if you've watched me play Pokopia, where I've done like the apartment complex, which is carved into the mountain, or like you see me do other homes that are like part of the mountain into the mountain. They're made of natural materials, and there's a lot of flowers and things like that. But even the Pokemon houses that we've built so far, most of them are kind of contributing to the overall connection to the scenery as opposed to being juxtaposed to the scenery. There is going to be an aspect of nightlife there. That's why you see this picture of Red Rocks in Colorado there and other places like that. There is also a focus in that particular area when it comes to the game, for there to be a hot spring, even though there are hot springs in all areas of my Pokopia, and I want there to be hot springs in all areas. I want there to be the largest hot spring here, and I want to focus that area a little bit in the future, but not right now. As far as the Sparkling Skylands, the focus is going to be on, kind of like lipstick on a pig, so to speak, where it's like there's a lot of pollution, but some of the buildings are made up of pollution. There are high rise and townhome style buildings, and it's really like it's really interesting visually because it's very colorful, but at the same time it's still going to be compact living for all the Pokemon that are living there and staying there. There is going to be kind of like feelings in certain areas where the nature is overgrowing on top of the buildings as opposed to being a part of the buildings, and it's going to be less arid and also less garden like. So there might be garden spaces, but it's going to be garden spaces in the mixed within the infrastructure as opposed to being the infrastructure, right? And so that's why I also have this picture right here of this building covered in like vines and moss, is because like even with the builds that I've already done, like there is that aspect of it. I want there to be more lighting there, more neon, more street lights in the future, more infrastructure and things like that, but we're not there yet. I would also love to see some homes that are actually straight up just built out of garbage, because that was also part of the vision of the Sparkling Skylands when you're introduced to it in the game. After that, that's it. Yeah, so right now we're working on the Withered Wasteland, meaning that it's every home that you see me building in this area and all the things that you see me doing is actually creating infrastructure for me to have gardens and garden-like homes. Yeah, that's it. Hi, Sublink. I've said in the past that I'm going to post this, but I'm probably going to save it until we get at least 1 or 2 parts of the DLC. Honestly, that would be a great thing for me to post on my Tumblr, huh? I don't use my Tumblr, but if I did use my Tumblr, that would be great for me to post on there. Anyway, I was saying how I was going to change this roof, so let's change up the roof. I don't mind this. I think that from a distance, though, it makes the house stand out because of the roof, and that bothers me. I want there to be more of like a let's focus on the roof. Let's focus on the build, I guess, is my thing. And then, like, you know, also the thing about it, if we talk about like what was going on in my what's been going on in my what is that called? The Bleak Beach, is that the Bleak Beach has been having themed builds. So like all of the big skyscrapers and tall buildings that I'm building out there, and all the large structures that are going to be making up that downtown area, so far they've all been themed. So like there's the Dirty Bubble, there's the Fruitiger Arrow. I'm going to be building the Cutie building that I call it, where it's going to have like more of like a what is the word? It's going to be for like the cute Pokemon that live out there and stuff. Those kind of builds, they're fine, but I think there are things that I'm going to do in that area. Like I do plan on building a wall around that downtown area, for example, that are going to be contributing to it being more urban and less connected to the farmer's market, and also less connected to the boardwalk, which is what I'm probably going to work on once I'm done with that downtown space. It's just taking me time, but honestly that's kind of the point, is that like this game is supposed to be paced like day to day, similarly to like Animal Crossing, where like you play it and then you put it down, and like you don't get everything done in that day, but you get a lot done if you play it, and then you kind of move on, and then you come back and you play it some more and you get some shit done, and then you leave. Can you buy corn on the cob at the farmer's market? No, but you can buy wheat and beans and berries of all flavors. Yeah, Pokopia does have dailies. Pokopia does have dailies. They're kind of, it's soft dailies. It's not like super serious. Where like if I made it easy. You just have daily challenges. Like one of my daily challenges is for me to gather 5 leaves, and I gather the leaves, and then it gives me a little bit of money, and then I can spend that money in the computer to buy other items if I want them, which I can, but I don't need them. That's basically it. Right now we're going to my Bleak Beach. Which the Bleak Beach, for context, this is not necessarily a part of the story, although it is revealed when you play the game. For people who don't have Pokopia, this is the area that you start in. It's called the Withered Wasteland, and it is based on a futuristic, post-apocalyptic Fuchsia City in Kanto. The Bleak Beach is supposed to be Vermilion City. Rocky Ridges is supposed to be Pewter City. Sparkling Skylands is a mixture of Celadon and Saffron City. So like, this is the first area that you start in, and then you get the other areas unlocked after you do a certain amount of building and other things. And so like, it's really easy to like, some people do complete rebuilds. Like, I don't know if you've seen any of the content about it, but some people do complete rebuilds of the original towns in Kanto based on previous games of Kanto, even though this is supposed to be so far in the future that there are new builds in the town that we're not aware of based on the lore. Like, this is like a decades, if not a century at least in the future, not like a few months, a few years. But so like there are new things that are established in, like, for example, here, like there are new things that are established here, even though it makes a lot of obvious references to what Vermilion City was like in the Kanto games. There are things that are established here that diverge from what we interpret as like Vermilion City as we know it. But then there are some things that are still similar. Like there's the SS Anne right there. But like, and you can go in it, and like it's actually like an established like thing. Like you can go in there, and there's story in there and everything. But like parts of the town are not documented in the games at all, in the maps. Right now we're here for our Smear Guru. Yeah, Pokopia's lore is very interesting, I agree. I'm not gonna drag you out of here just yet, but I need you to paint something for me. I need green paint, actually, straight up. I don't have any lumberries. I know I don't have any, I do have lumberries. I don't have any on me. Let's see. Paint something for me. Let's do, I don't know how much of this roof. Well, I know I did 4 of these, right? I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do the inside of it brown. Oh, I need yellow. Ugh. To me, the Kyogre, but not Groudon, but all the areas point to a climate disaster, more specifically a drought or volcano, and we have to contact Kyogre to bring back the rain. Well, there are other Pokemon that are also related to the weather that do appear in the game. I'm not going to spoil that part, but there are other legends that are associated, for instance, with the volcano that we do meet. And Groudon's not the only Pokemon that actually would have anything to do with volcanoes, and if anything, actually, Groudon would have to do more with the movement of the tectonic plates, as opposed to anything going on with the volcanoes, besides the fact that it lives in a volcano. I'm gonna have you do 10 of these. I realized last night that despite Game Freak saying that Fire Red Leaf Green is the best, most ideal Kanto experience, and I would agree with that. It doesn't even have the physical special split, and Let's Go doesn't have abilities, so there are 0 Kanto games that play at all like modern Pokemon games, unless you count visiting Kanto and Heart Gold Soul Silver. That's true. I think it's 10. That was 4. 5, 6. 6 times 10 would be 40. Minus 4. I'm just gonna do 40. I can only do 30. I need more green paint. I'm gonna lose my shit. And you can't just make green paint. Oh my god. Where's Palmo and Palmont when you need them? Is there green paint in here? No. I'm gonna throw one of these in here. I'm gonna go and check on those freaking dinosaurs. That's true. Also, Sublink, that's true. Both are true. There's no Kanto game specifically where Kanto is the focused region that we get to use Pokemon that are not found in Kanto originally. You can't even get other evolutions outside of the original 3 in Kanto games from Let's Go. The only time you ever get to use any different Pokemon is Heart Gold Soul Silver. Hi, Cricketot. No green paint. I noticed you're kind of fast. You're like barreling through this bitch. Since we were 10 and 12. I have that one fossil. I don't know what I did with that. That's what I tell myself. Since we were 10 and 12. I don't know what I did with that tundra fossil, but I did get the tundra fossil, the middle one. Is it in my storage? I'm gonna find that freaking fossil because I want to get that tundra fossil fixed so that way we can actually get Auroras in here soon. Sooner rather than later, maybe not today. But that's what sucks about a sublink is that the only experience that we get of Kanto that, first of all, Let's Go takes place after the first game, I think, and Let's Go is considered to be part of the main line of Pokemon games. So it like it's basically canonical that they're out there, but it's like even after that first experience, like they're just not adding any of the new Pokemon. Here it is. I'm gonna put this in here and this. You ever stop? Let's see if we can get any paint from Miss Grawl, because even if I can get just a few pieces, then that means I can finish that roof. But it is what it is. Even considering all the flaws that some of the franchise has, I really do still enjoy the Kanto games. Okay, I need this, and I need this. Watch me. So that means now we have a big baddie on the way. Realistically speaking, though, the sales on on Amora and Auroras would both be cartilage at best and would not be part of the fossil. They are only included to give it a little bit of whimsy. I wonder if I have another wing and I just don't realize I have another wing. What's that? And of course, Amora gets the princess treatment because the bed is closest to her environment. Lusamine went to Kanto for treatment. Oh, let's go ask Cranidos if he got any of my shit ready. Probably maybe one or two at most. Yes, he was done. 15? And white? Hell yeah. Let's go. In the sun and moon timeline, yes. But what about in the ultra sun, ultra moon? Because honestly, they could go either way, considering that both are valid. How has everybody's week gone so far? Well, so far. Are y'all excited for the weekend? Let's ask that instead. You can also talk about your week if you would like to, but... Gladion goes to the Kanto for his own journey instead, which is interesting because after that is when we get, Let's Go. Hi, Hibby. Where the hell? Okay. My week is fine. Glad it's the weekend. Are y'all excited for the weekend? What's the plan for the weekend? I'm doing pretty good. How are you? I did not want him to follow me. Actually, I'm gonna leave you here, but I want you to paint the rest of this roof. I'm gonna have you do... I don't know. Let's just do 10 more of this. And then we'll do that. I need more yellow. I need red, yellow, and red. Okay, whatever. Everybody. You're right. Let's Go is a prequel to Sun and Moon. You're correct. And that is the establishing factor, is that we see Mina. Doing good. You just got your lashes done. Oh, period. I hope that you enjoy the way they look. I don't know how a better way to say that. Because I feel like saying it that way feels weird, but honestly, that is genuinely what I desire for you. You're staying here, actually. Mind you. Bye. Time to celebrate, time to celebrate. I don't know the words. Time to celebrate, Seraphim on the way. Oh. I do like Let's Go. I do like Let's Go. Let's Go is the reason why I broke my laptop screen last year in April. Let's Go is also... The gameplay of that game was horrid. I'm gonna be honest with you, it was horrid. And honestly, it pissed me off. I could go back to that game. I would still love to do some shiny hunting in that game. I don't know if I would play it the same way that I'm playing it now. I also think that the Joy-Cons that I have now are a little bit different, so maybe it won't be that bad. And I won't crash my computer. Anyway, crash my computer, destroy my screen, even though that was really me, not them. Paris, no! Paris said, where did my home go? Look at him. I know y'all don't like him, but he deserves a home. He deserves space. He deserves to be acknowledged. I'm sick. Paris. You know what? We could put a shrub right here, actually. Speaking of trees and shrubbery. But if I'm gonna put that there, then I don't need any of these bushes. I could get rid of that. I like Paris and Parasect enough, like... let's put it this way, I think that Paris and Parasect deserve housing. And some people can't say that. Crazy to say, but it is the truth. Little Miss cute, little Miss, oof, with the attitude. Little Miss, but I might bite. But I ain't got a million moves. Ugh. He's like losing his shit. Meanwhile, I'm building a house for him right now. This is his home. I like that, actually. Not in love with how it makes the, we're gonna work on it. You know, this is just the moment. Not too much. Just trying to make sure I filled in that hole all the way. If for nothing else, then simply because I don't want there to be like a big old spot right there. Oh my god. I destroyed the tree. It's fine. Life goes on. Also, there's a stump there. Okay, so let's do that. That can stay how it is. Let's put one right here. I'm gonna put one right here because I know I'm gonna want to continue to build up some of this land over here. This can come with me. So it's going in this hole. Just like that. Period. I don't really care for how Paris is characterized in Legends. I'll say that. Okay, we did the roof. Let's see if I have enough. I should have enough. I should have more than enough, actually. The Legends RCS Paris propaganda. Yeah, it was nasty. It really was.
Eat zucchini. Eat zucchini. Eat zucchini.
Do you read me? Like the emoji? I think Paris has always had a brand that was a little bit nasty, a little bit dirty, a little bit grungy. Like, it's the realities of what it's like to be a bug. Because, you know, she was one of the Generation 1 girls that had one of the creepy Pokédex entries. And it was only worse for Parasect. It's all too much, I fear. I'm getting out of here. Eat zucchini. Eat zucchini. Oh, I don't. I'm about to crash out. I'm about to crash out. I'm about to crash out. I need like a handful more of these, which I can go get. It's not a big deal. Let's look at it though. Okay, that's actually bearable, and it does kind of look like a little bit of a garden house. I'm not a huge fan of the fencing. I think I want the fencing to be darker. Paris is held back by its typing, or parasect. We're talking about both in this context. It's all too much, I fear. I'm getting out of here. You see Paris is over there crashing out because this is supposed to be her house, and she doesn't realize that like this is about to be her house, but we're not there yet. Let me. Okay. I need to go get that painted. In your feelings, 'cause you need me so. Keep on breathing, 'cause you never know what I might do. Yeah, and Parasect lives over here in this little patch of flowers. Let's go back to the Bleak Beach. I said I was going to do the home in downtown. I guess I'll do that for y'all next time because I did want to do that one on stream. The home for Sylveon and Espeon. I will work on that in my Sparkling Skylines next time I play Pokopia. That's going to be a promise. Not to make a promise, but I am going to play Pokopia next week. I don't think I'm going to stream over the weekend, but if, in case I do, I might do it then. I don't know. I'm going to figure out my schedule a little bit because I need to carve out a little bit more of what I'm going to do as opposed to what I could do. You know what I mean? Especially because I would like to do my presentation next week, but that is like a soft deadline. I would like to get my presentation done by... I really should have been doing it sooner than now. Anyway. Me and Smear Guru are besties. Just like me and Sam. So easier on me. I need red and yellow paint. Oh my... I'm gonna do 10 because I don't want to have any more issues with this. And then I'll trade the rest away, or I'll use them for other builds in that particular area because I think I'm gonna continue to work on that area off stream, and then I'll show y'all my progress with it in the future. Easier, go easier on me. I just wanna be free. But I can't become so fucking disease. I'm alive. I'm gonna take this. I'm just gonna go this way because I was like, I could go through the door. I could just go through the gate. No, I'm not gonna go through the gate. Me thinks I'm gonna have a hard chocolate. Have chocolate cake for breakfast. Yum. It is a good Demi song. I love that album. I wish that she continued with that vibe instead of switching up, but she did what she had to do. Demi's trying to be relevant, not stick to a genre, and I get it. Oh. Like you love me. I'm make you love me. Ugh. Yes. Okay, that is all I needed for that roof. I said I wanted to paint the fence. I'm not going to do that right now. Yeah, but I'm not going to be able to replace the fence. I'm making them... Well, I want it to feel more homey anyway. Maybe we'll just put some more stylish wall down. Right. And we can make this into more of like a little bit of like a... converted barn feel for now. Yes, and that covers up this bush a little bit. Oh, but I still have to paint the front. Oh, I might as well just go paint it. The gate is literally right there. I'm tripping. I think I want to be done. No shade to y'all. I just want to be done with it. I'm very comfortable with this, though. Let's put some more of the hay bales down. Hay piles. They're not hay bales anyway. The hay bales are round. We could do like that, maybe. And then, like, do a little bit of mixing in, like this. And, you know, for the rest of this, you know, I will have a little bit of grass because I think that they would have grass inside of their home. Especially if it's going to be more of like an outdoorsy kind of situation, they would definitely have grass inside their home, like... I need to do another bed for Parasect. I'm gonna put that right here, probably. I'm gonna go paint the fencing for this home. Can I just pretend that you... I like the lunchbox. This is kind of cute. Or we could do the picnic with the flowery table setting. I know it's not food, but it's like, that's cutesy. It's gonna fit into the vibes. What do they actually like in their home? Let's try that first. They're at the top of the Pokédex. Oh, not that. Lots of nature, wooden stuff, watching stuff, lots of dirt, strange stuff, bitter flavors. Lots of dirt, watching stuff, wooden stuff, lots of nature. Okay, we can do that. I think the potted plant is a good addition. Strange stuff is usually like human artifacts. Let's see. What can I throw together for them? And see, that's the thing. It doesn't make sense to have a television in there. We could put some dirt bags in there. I feel like that'll fulfill the dirt desire. I don't know if they like a bright home or not. I didn't check. Let's look on that first. Oh my god. I need to go to the beach and I get it. Let's see. Humid. They like humid. Okay, well they're gonna get a little bit of a humid experience because I put that thing in there, and that's wood as well. Do you have anything else that would be interesting to them? Do you think when Parasect talks, we aren't talking to Paris anymore but the mushroom? I think that the Pokédex is alluding to lore, like human lore about the Pokemon, as opposed to actual genuine science about the Pokemon. And with that being said, while I can't say that we are or are not talking specifically to the Pokemon when we are like interacting with them, that it's more of like it's a combination of the two. And that it's more likely that the mushroom itself is actually just a form of like shell for Parasect, at least Parasect. If not both of them. If that makes sense. Because to me, like, I believe the lore, but it's also kind of like... I believe the lore, but the lore is supposed to be informing us about our opinions as opposed to, like, telling us the straight-up truth, especially the Pokédex. Like, the Pokédex, in the early generations, the Pokédex was so, like, there's nothing over here that I want to put in that home. Long story short, what I'm saying is that I think that Paras and Parasect are not actually, like, being forced upon by this freaking... This is a human artifact, I believe, so I'll buy one of these. And how I will buy it is with these. I need more gold. I think I have more gold ore somewhere. I don't need the box, but I'm getting the box because I'm going to use the box and probably put the plant on top of it. Let's see what's going on in the other shop really fast before I go over and paint this fence. That's Hitmonchan. Selling berries. And other strange items and objects. Okay, we're not staying. Let's go to the beach. Maybe they are melded together, which is why the Paras aren't scared of it. Yeah, I think that's the other thing is like, it's probably some kind of shell. It's more so, it seems kind of like it's just the development of the shell apparatus as opposed to it just being like a mushroom. Maybe in the distant past, they had a symbiotic relationship that existed where Paras and Parasect just lived underneath the mushrooms that are now the mushroom species that grow on their backs, and now it's just kind of like an ongoing parasite that they are like dealing with or whatever, based on Pokemon lore. But the reality is that it's not actually a parasite. We just perceive it that way because we can't understand the symbiotic relationship that they've developed outside of our understanding of animal science in the Pokemon world. Okay. Honestly, why not? White fences. Love it. Just a stack of white fences. I'm probably gonna come back for more. Because I do want to start working on more on the Withered Wasteland. I don't know if I'm gonna focus all of my energy onto it the way for stream, but I am going to continue to work on it regardless. I don't know why it always defaults to no. I think it's because it wants you to be sure. It's like, what? Uh-huh, come talk to me. Uh-huh, come talk to me. Also, this area is probably gonna have white fences as well. Talk later, that's where you're going tonight. Do I have any beds in here? Talk later. I'll take that. That's fun. Honestly, this is fun. What am I doing? Bed. Okay, let's go finish this home, move them in, and then call the queue. Is this Olivia Rodrigo? Get into it. I thought this entrance was the other one. My bad. It's the opposite side of where I was supposed to be at. Here we go. Yes, yes. I'll do like this, because that way I can set items on here. And then I'll do this. And I'm glad I just did a random number of fencing, because I need more than what I thought I would. Yes, okay. And now I can set these up here. No, I need 3 for that. Okay, so I'm not going to set those up there, but I am going to put this up. I think this is cute. And I'll have to electrify that because I don't even know. There is no electricity out here, actually. Fun fact, actually sad, really sad fact. So that's going to have to be something I work on, too. That's cutesy. I could do more of that, too. Let's do that. We don't really need that potted plant like that. There's going to be other trees and items out here anyway. And I was going to put this dirt right here. And I was going to put this bed. I can't put any... there's not really more space for any more plants in here. I think the plants are fine. I am going to put like a variety of berries out here. Like, there's a vision for sure. I didn't take those lanterns, and I really should have. Oh, I was going to put this pitcher plant up here. Which is really just an ivy inside of a pitcher. Let's put one of these dry grasses down here. I might just put that fence back. Okay, we'll put the cast form in here. Does it go? Not really. We'll say they manifest a little bit of, definitely put these out here. That tree a little further away. We could put more gardening out here now. So that's 3. I don't know what this is. I think it's a bush. I'll just put these other 3 roses that I have right here. Here. In the same way. Oh. It's just a little something. It's just a little something. Okay, Paris, your house is ready. I need to light this up a little bit. Maybe I could put a generator between these trees. That would be a moment, actually. Like, that makes sense. It's just hidden. And then I'll throw these down here. I'm literally carrying a workbench. One generator. Like them weak. Right. And then I can take that generator that I just made. Yes, and you can't even see it in there, but it's in there. And I could throw this in here. And it lights this up. Oh, it's just not connected. It's a little too far. It'll actually go in there. It's still too far. I could just throw it underneath the house. That works. Okay. I'll throw this grubby newspaper here. I don't think that they're reading the newspaper, but it's something. And I'm not carrying any music, so I'm not going to put any music in this. Like a radio, that wouldn't make sense. I do have I could just put that plant there. That would kind of create a little bit more of like a... That's not going to work. Okay. Let's throw another piece of fence there and move on. Hello? Hello? Follow me. Boom. You too, big one. Come on, let's go. Okay, let's give them their home. I kind of like this. I think that there are things that I want to change on it, but I wanted to expedite the end of this stream, unfortunately, because I wanted to get out of here. Partially because I want to go watch Peril play Baby Fight Club. And he's been live for almost an hour. Not really, but about a good 50 minutes. They're going to grow all the plants out in this home as well, immediately. No, you're searchers. You don't grow plants, huh? Well. Okay, well, there you go. And there they are in their home. Parasect immediately went in there and got up on her bed. She was like, it's nap time. Okay, let's get a selfie in with Paris and Parasect deep in the back. You're gonna go back to your drawing? Get into it, Rose. This is just gonna be a cute little stream, nothing too serious. There we go. Oh, cute. Shout out to the bug girls. Okay, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna raid Pero. AKA Paradise. So I'm starting that raid. Copy the raid message if you would like to say something in his chat. And I also have the same raid message, but now for the people who are not subbed, you can just copy that one instead. It's the second one. The bug girls, like our local hero V. Yes, our local hero V. Okay, I'm getting out of here. Thank you so much. I'll see y'all soon. Bye. Shout out to the Thought Girls.